From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Braden Neville.
On today's episode, we hear from two more of the newest members of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, D lineman Brandon Barlow, as he discusses joining the Ticats' new look D-line, receiver Luther Hakunavanhu, who looks to make a bigger impact this season on the Ticats receiving corps. The Ticats also announced 3 new signings, and finally, I will fill you in on Simone Lawrence Day. It's Friday, February 16th, 2024, and this is Ticats Today. Happy Friday, everybody. It's been a crazy week in Hamilton for the Ticats. Yesterday, we had Simone Lawrence announcing his graduation to the next step in his career. Free agent signings have been crazy. It's just been a wild time if you're a Ticats fan. One of those new signings announced earlier in the week was Ticats D lineman Brandon Barlow. This is a signing I absolutely love. In just 14 games last season, he had 9 sacks, which was good enough for 8th in the league. That actually tied him with Sean Lemon on Montreal. But perhaps the craziest part about all this is the fact that he only started in 1 game, which is insane for a guy who got 9 sacks. He spoke to me about his game and becoming a Hamilton Tiger Cat.
All right, Brandon, a big day. You're now officially a Hamilton Tiger Cat. How does that feel?
Feels great. Feels like it's been a long time coming, even though it's just been, just this week. But it's good to be here, and it's good to feel welcomed in this organization. I felt welcomed from the first day I met all of the staff, GM, head coach, assistant GM, DC. It's just been a great process.
Why the decision to make your way down the QEW and become a Ticat?
It's important for me to feel like I'm wanted wherever I go and that I'm going to be valued for what I can offer to a team, and I felt like Hamilton gave me that best feeling. I like the culture they're developing here. I like the names that they're bringing in, and I just feel like it was a good fit.
Speaking of some of those names, a lot of guys on this defense will be familiar to you. How does it feel to have a lot of those guys that you played with last year now joining you in the black and gold?
It feels real good. It's nice to feel comfortable having some teammates I already know. Obviously, y'all already signed Jordan Williams as well, so that's just one more on top. But I'm also very interested to get to know my new teammates as well. And I think we're all going to be able to meld real well together and bring a culture of winning here in the Hammer.
There's a new coach in Hamilton, Scott Milanovich, a guy with a culture of winning like you talked about. What have those conversations been like with Coach Scott Milanovich so far?
They've been great. He's talked a little bit about their culture as well here that I'm now part of, and just the type of team that he wants to develop here. Very tough, very gritty team, very family-oriented type team where we're going to go in and we're going to do what we got to do together. So my experience talking to him has been great. I got a lot of respect for him as a coach. I know he came in at Hamilton as an OC, so we were breaking down his offense up the road. Now it's good to be a part of it. I feel like his offense reflects his mindset for this team.
And then the mind behind the defense, Coach Mark Washington. What has it been like talking with him so far?
Coach Wash is an awesome dude. I can't wait to keep picking his brain about defense and going over scheme. I think we're going to get along real well.
9 sacks last year, monster year for you. What was it about that season that made you so successful getting to the QB?
Honestly, it was just staying humble, staying hungry, and just trying to stack days, stack reps on top of reps. It's all about the reps, and really it's all about the off-field preparation in actuality, because when you prepare for the moment, it just comes to you and you just go out there and perform, and it's just instinct takes over.
On a game day, what are you doing to prepare to get your mind right? And some guys meditate, some guys do this, but what are you doing?
I have a pretty consistent routine that I follow. I watch film. I make sure I lift throughout the week a certain number of times so I can feel good about my body going into the game. Make sure I treat hot tub, cold tub, treatment, whatever it may be, to make sure I'm at my peak. I'm staying on top of my nutrition. All these little things factor together so that when I finally hit the field, I'm ready to go, and there ain't no holding back. It's just go time. And then obviously I have a pregame ritual too, where I kind of go through some of my pass rush progressions, my movements, my pass rush plan for that week. And like I said, by the time I hit the field, there ain't no more thinking. It's just go time.
So basically, a coach's dream is your preparation. Is what it sounds like. This fan base is so passionate, and I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. You've played on the other side, but does it excite you to play in a fan base that is such passionate about football as this Ticats fans are?
Absolutely. Like you said, I was on the other side of it, but I've seen it, and I've seen the passion passion that this organization brings and these fan base brings to this organization, and it helps carry this team. And I'm very excited to be a part of that, to embrace it, and to help propel this organization forward for these fans.
Now, for these fans that might not be as familiar with your game, what kind of player is making their way to Hamilton right now?
I'm the type of player that's going to give it my all every single play, whether it's in practice, whether it's in the weight room, whether it's in the film room, whether it's in the game when it's time to go and get that win and make those plays to get the job done. I'm always going to give 100%. That's the type of player you're getting. I'm a lead by example type of guy. I always believe in leading myself first and then leading others. Can't lead others without leading yourself first.
That's an excellent answer, and I want to leave it at that, man. Hey, congratulations and welcome to Hamilton.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
That was Brandon Barlow. Before we get to the next guest, the Ticats continued to grind, announcing that they've agreed to deals with 3 players. Ticats 2021 first-round pick Nick Cross. He had 14 tackles on the special teams unit last year. Enoch Penny-Larea, a McMaster alum who played on Jeff Reinbold's unit also last season. He also re-signed, and they also announced they've signed fullback James Tuck. Won the Grey Cup with the Alouettes last year. He has 92 games in the CFL, a veteran. So a few guys we will likely see on that special teams unit. On Wednesday, the Ticats announced they've signed receiver Luther Hakunavanhu to a 2-year deal, and he spoke to Courtney Stephen about the deal.
So free agency for you has come to a close.
Yes, sir.
And now you're in Hamilton. How does it feel to be a Tiger Cat?
Honestly, feels great. It's closer to home. Like, I live in Toronto now, so all my friends and family over there can come now to the games and stuff like that. A lot more home games, so like I'm excited. Got my first catch out here, so been full circle. We back here now, so excited to be here.
Yeah. So the CFL it's a small league. We were just reminiscing on Calgary days, but tell me a little bit about the first few years of your career and what your goals are for the next step of your career here.
First days, I would say like a lot of it was learning. I learned a lot of things from the vets in Calgary and just coming into the league again. I'm a late bloomer in the senses of football, so having those guys for me just to help me get my feet underneath me and just kind of show me the way that they know. Funny enough, because Bo was over there, we came in together, so he was helping me through that time as well. So that was a lot of it. Going forward, though, I feel like my name's out there, but not too out there, and I feel like I got a lot to show and just prove for myself. Just the people that supported me and me personally, like I have a lot to show. So I'm very excited for the opportunity to be here and just to showcase what I got. So that's the focus.
So what's the skill set that you have, or what haven't people got the full chance to experience yet?
I feel like I'm very dynamic in the senses of, everybody knows I could go, jump ball, but I can run the short routes too, and a little bit of a route runner here and there. And I feel like that doesn't get showcased sometimes. And it's because of my frame. A lot of people don't think I move too well. So I think it's definitely going to be just to be dynamic, and just make explosive plays on a more consistent basis. And just go out there and play, honestly. That's the biggest thing for me.
What do you love most about football?
For me, I think it's just like falling in love with the game, honestly, and just the progress of getting better. Like I said, I came to the game late, so it's been a process of like seeing where I started and where I'm at now. And sometimes, you don't see that in the moment. And then you kind of look back at videos of where I started, and I'm like, God, there's no way that's me. You look at the tape, like, nah, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? That and just the competition aspect of it too. You know what I mean? Like, you get in an environment where everybody's just trying to be better, and you're constantly battling for a spot or whatever it may be. And sometimes it might be just for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I still have aspirations to get to the NFL and stuff like that. So like, just constantly pushing myself to be in a better spot, I think is the biggest thing for me.
So you mentioned that you're a late bloomer. For the folks who are just being introduced to you now, tell us a little bit about your football journey and and what it took for you to get to this point.
Yeah, so I was a basketball player majority of my life. Funny enough, I started playing football because me and a friend made a bet. So we were trying to get him to play basketball, and then he's like, "I'll only play if you guys come play football." So it was me and my brother at the time. So I started end of grade 11. So it was very interesting time. Played a little bit of both, and then just made the decision to play, receiver. And even then, like I was on and off in terms of I'd play football and basketball, and I was kind of just waiting to see which one would get me into school first, and then that was the one I would choose. And lucky enough, I got called for football, and pretty much just been locked in after that. But yeah, so now we're here.
That's a crazy story. So luckily you got a little gambling in you, or a little bit of risk taking in you, because if it wasn't for that, stepping up to the challenge, then you wouldn't be here.
100%. I mean, at the time too, I think I just looked at it for, it's just time we're hanging out with our friends. And I mean, like, again, we were very competitive and just loved playing sports. So it's just how we looked at it. Because I mean, like growing up, we played everything. So yeah, it wasn't too crazy. It was just like, for me at the time, it was just like, go out there and do, just run. Just be an athlete. Whereas so like now, you starting to understand the game more and see the defenses, and the game kind of slows down where it's completely different. But yeah, no, it's definitely been a long journey. So excited to see where it goes.
So talking about football, sports, being with your friends, we're sitting in the locker room right now. What kind of personality or what elements do you add to the culture of a locker room? What do you bring?
Me, I'd say I'm goofy at times. Like I'm that guy who's kind of childish at times, not in a bad way. Like I just like to have fun, kind of just not take things too seriously. And I think that's the part of sports too, where it's just like, if you're not having fun, then, like, why are you doing it? So it's like, I'm that guy kind of just laughing, dancing, vibing to the music. We got to get the job done, but we can have fun doing it too. So I think that's the aspect I bring. I don't know if my teammates would think the same, but we'll just keep it over there.
Cool. So with the season coming up, obviously Hamilton is a place that loves their football. What can you tell the people of Hamilton that they can expect for you, or what message do you have for them?
I mean, first of all, thank you for having me. Like, it's an honor to be here. And then second, just the show, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm about to step out into my light, and it's going to be exciting, and wouldn't have it any other way. So just, keep an eye out for 81, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. Keep an eye out for 81.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was Courtney Stephen and Luther Hakunavanhu. There were a couple big announcements surrounding the retirement of Simone Lawrence. First, Mayor Andrea Horvath would like to invite all Hamiltonians and Tiger Cats fans from across the region to Hamilton City Hall on Wednesday, February 21st. That's from 12 to 1 p.m. to celebrate the career and profound community contributions of Simone Lawrence. This recognition will be part of Simone Lawrence Day, a celebration of Hamilton's number 21, which also includes an event at Tim Hortons Field later that evening for the graduation celebrating the career of Simone Lawrence. Fans can secure their tickets by making a $21 donation to Food for Kids Hamilton online. I'm going to put that description in the link below on YouTube, and you'll also see it in the bio on all the streaming platforms if you're listening to this on audio. Make sure to check that out and come celebrate the career of one of the greatest Ticats to ever wear the black and gold, and also support a good cause in the process. That's all the time for me today. I want to wish everyone a very safe and happy family day, a happy long weekend, and we will see you next time.